People pouring into our country.
Tonight, the Trump administration telling NBC News they can and will continue to deport immigrants to this maximum security prison in El Salvador if they have final orders of deportation. So we're heading to a hearing for a man who could be impacted. He's being charged not in immigration court, but federal court, with only one crime: being in the country illegally.
It's really unusual for the Justice Department to be bringing a case like this. So we'll see what evidence the government presents against this Venezuelan man and if the judge decides to hand him over to ICE for deportation.
Tengo mucho miedo de que vuelva a Venezuela o sea trasladado a El Salvador o sea trasladado a otro país, siendo inocente.
We met Karina 3 days after her 32-year-old husband Alberto was arrested in front of their home on his way to work. She says at a local taco truck. We are not showing their faces or using her real name, as she is concerned about getting arrested herself.
No es un hombre que ha tenido ningún tipo de problema en este país.
When we spoke, Alberto was held by the U.S. Marshals, the law enforcement agency typically involved in highly dangerous fugitive operations. He crossed the border with his wife and 2 sons in 2022, claiming asylum from the Venezuelan state of Aragua, home of Tren de Aragua. Karina says he has no affiliation with the gang. After sending alleged gang members to El Salvador this weekend without providing evidence of their affiliation, Trump saying today,
This was a bad group.
So is Alberto the hardened criminal the administration says it is deporting? We head into federal court, where cameras are not allowed in, to find out. After about 20 minutes, we have some news.
The judge just ordered Alberto released from federal custody. He says he committed a petty offense, has no criminal history, no evidence of ties to gangs, and is applying for asylum. But still, ICE could now take him into custody.
While the Trump administration fights judges over presidential powers, individual cases like this present another hurdle for their deportation efforts.
Are you seeing more cases like this?
We are. There have been several that have been reported.
Is it part of a larger effort to prosecute more immigrants whose only crime is crossing the border? A spokesperson telling us this Department of Justice will enforce our nation's immigration laws. Alberto had to report back to federal court as a condition of his release. His lawyers were concerned he might still get picked up by ICE, detained, and even deported. But to their surprise, he walked out.
Muy feliz, de verdad.
Still a free man, as his family and a community live on edge.
And Julia joins us now. Okay, so what's next for Alberto here? And might we see, in fact, the use of the Wartime Aliens Enemies Act to bring against him?
So what's next is that he's living on edge. ICE could come at any time. What we're seeing is the Justice Department using resources to arrest people who otherwise wouldn't go before immigration court because they have a path to asylum, just like Alberto. So he's living on edge. And yes, if he is detained, he does risk deportation to El Salvador, especially if he gets a final order of deportation. He could be deported even if they don't lift that block on the Alien Enemies Act.
You've also got some breaking news just now regarding the Department of Homeland Security.
Yeah, that's right. So there's this department there within the department called the Civil Rights and Civil Liberties Office. They're the ones you go to if you have any complaints about the way a DHS person handles you, especially if you're an immigrant who's been arrested or been through an ICE detention center or even going through TSA, which you cover. They have now basically been gutted. As of today, nearly all of the civil rights people have been fired, and then a spokesperson said in a statement that they saw those people as obstructionist to the priorities of this administration.
The Civil Rights Department within DHS.
That's right.
Julia Roberts, thank you very much.
I wish it was
Did I just say Julia Roberts? Julia Ainsley.
It's a compliment.
I always get you two confused. I don't know how I do that. Julia, thank you very much.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.